This is the Digital Shelf Insider podcast of MetricsCart. Hi, everyone. Welcome back again to the Digital Shelf Insider podcast of MetricsCart. I'm your host, Shreshta, and today we are joined by Elizabeth Jain. She is the digital marketing manager at Eurow O'Reilly. She's also been part of Amority previously. So let's get started. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome to the Digital Shelf Insider podcast. What's the vibe today?
Oh, I'm completely here with you today and feeling really excited to jump right in because I feel like this is something that I can totally groove with you on. So, yes, loving being here today and reconnecting with you, Shreshta.
Yeah. So before we begin, just a little bit of context for our audience. Let me just quickly add that Elizabeth and I, we went to university together. And while I was sort of sending our podcast invites to guests via LinkedIn, it quickly occurred to me that, yeah, my mate, she would definitely, would definitely need to invite her for a deep dive on how digital commerce works in the cleaning supplies category. So very thrilled to have you here, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. Yes, like you said, we go way back.
Yes.
Yes, and it's amazing that we can connect or reconnect here, and it's kind of like a full circle moment for both of us. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. And I'm excited to bring my thoughts and how we work in the different verticals with Hero and O'Reilly.
Yeah. So to get started, tell us about the top omnichannel marketing strategies that brands can use when it comes to cleaning supplies category.
Right. So to put things out straight, we do a lot of B2B marketing. So that's kind of like our primary. And on the side, we do a lot of e-commerce marketing because we have a D2C presence on e-commerce channels like Amazon and Walmart. So we do a lot of marketing for businesses, and it's solely dedicated to like major cleaning companies, for janitorial cleaning, for like hospitals, restaurants, wherever you feel like cleaning comes in key in a wholesale point of view. So we try to create a seamless touch point for our customers with consistent messaging. And for Amazon, for example, reviews play a whole different world of experience for the customers. So it's primarily review based for a platform like Amazon. So we do a lot of social e-commerce reviews for Amazon, like even video reviews. We make sure we're consistent with our offerings on that, and we try to make an integration of retail and digital on all these platforms. And right now we're trying to create a more of a social presence, even though like our customers are mainly businesses. We haven't understood with the recent advent of like how so like short form videos can create a massive effect for even companies who doesn't really have like a digital presence. Like if you create something like a portfolio of videos for customers to come across on YouTube, that helps the SEO, that helps with a lot of cross-channel searches and things. So we try to create content like that so that we are present everywhere, like, make sure like we're present on all the channels, even if it's like not huge, but we're still there and we have a digital footprint. So we try to do a little bit of influencer in GC, but it's really hard for B2B to do that. But for our D2C, we keep working with a little bit of the micro influencers so that we're getting started on that front because we're trying to push our D2C. And we also try to incorporate things like, QR codes on products, which like leads to like an FAQ landing page or something like our YouTube video, like microsite or something like that. So yes, these are the different channels that we usually use for our major cleaning supplies target demographics. So.
Interesting. Let's talk a little bit about consumer preferences. Now, that varies between general household cleaning and automotive detailing and janitorial uses, as you mentioned. So, can you broadly elaborate what what the needs look like.
Right. So we have two different brands for cleaning and for automotive. So auto detailing is a completely different niche demographic, and they're very touchy about what we put out there. So they're very specific. And household cleaning, it's more general. So consumers who are looking for something like, cleaning for home use, they kind of want to get it, like ease of accessibility is something that they prefer. So they prefer to have things available on, like, Amazon, Walmart, like the pricing to be very general. And they're okay with like general products too. Like they're not really picky with the details on the product. Like for example, our commercial cleaning towels. They have like different colors on it. It's very eye catching. So for someone who's picking up something for home use, it's something that they would pick up like right off the shelf. But then for somebody like an auto detailer who's in a very niche market and is very specialized and professional, they like to see something like, with the tag, they like to read things like GSM, like the type of weave on a towel and the edge on a towel, because auto detailers, they don't like to have like trims or like serged ends because it scratches the paint on the cars and things. So they're very picky, and they like to have like highly specific niche products. So it's very much general for someone like cleaning supplies, someone who's looking for cleaning supplies. But for someone looking for auto detailing, it's very specific and more of a premium product. And we try to supply both.
Interesting. So I was researching a bit on microfiber textile earlier,
Right.
and I kind of found that, it can be classified by type, by performance, end user, material composition, and application. There's so much more. So
Yeah.
you must really research on specific product attributes before making.
Right. Yeah, it's our product development. Like they do a lot of research and type of products that we put forward. So it goes through like multiple levels of QA testing, and we make sure we always meet that standard of having like 80:20 composition of polyesters to polyamide, which means that it's a good quality towel with a good mix. So it makes sure like it's a premium or a superior like quality towel, because for example, something lower than that, it's more like not meant for high level cleaning. It's not very specific to something like auto detailing. They would prefer something in the 80:20 category, or maybe sometimes like 70:30, which is like a very premium towel, like for specific uses like polishing and things, because it's more than that meets the eye usually with microfiber towels, because you think it's pretty straightforward. It's just a towel, like, and then when you go into the fibers of it, puns intended, like totally, it's very different. So when I started working with Eurow, I had to like go through that whole process of learning all about microfiber. And definitely, it's something that requires a lot of attention with detail, and the weight of the towel, the GSM, like you said, the edges. Auto detailers, they prefer edgeless towels for a reason, because again, any kind of edges, even if it's the smoothest, like if it's a satin edge too, it might end up like picking up some kind of particles and like, leaving streaks or watermarks and things like that. So they're very picky when it comes to towels, when they go for specific uses with the towels. So yeah, a lot of uh research goes into it, and most of the time it's not an impulse buy for someone like an auto detailer. For someone looking for cleaning, it's pretty much an impulse buy. Like you see a good looking towel that works for your whatever application that you're looking for, and they find it like on an ad, they'll definitely do like a more of a click or a conversion. But for an auto detailer, you have to literally push them down the sales funnel for that. So it's more about like creating an awareness about a product and telling them, okay, our product does all this, this, and this. And do you want to sample it? Like, ultimately, even that would have to go in there until they make a purchase. So,
So true.
Yeah, and because it's business to business, most of the time we also end up like sending them samples, so that because purchases are bulk for them, so sampling is also something that we do for that reason.
Interesting. Do you think there are any seasonal trends around microfiber, auto detailing, or home textiles that brands need to prepare or look out for?
Right. So, being here in the US, we have like very set differentiated seasons. Like, when it goes from like winter to spring, obviously that's time of spring cleaning, and people like everywhere are doing that in like full force. So detailers too, like it's so hard for them to detail in the winter months or when the sun's like shining like right on top of their head, so they tend to do it like on the in the shade, or like when like water doesn't leave watermarks when they detail. So it's again like something that you won't think is important, like, hey, how can weather play a role in washing your car?
Yeah.
So it's it's some of the things that we fail to notice in a niche market like that. So for them, spring and fall are very huge. So but for cleaning, it's all year round. Like everyone cleans all the time, so that's very specific. So but then detailers, I feel like they stock up a lot more like when you transition from like winter to spring, and spring cleaning is a thing. For even general cleaning, people tend to purchase more during the spring season because everyone's like, getting rid of all the winter heaviness with, the snow, the sleet, and all that. So we don't get a lot of that here in California where I am, but still, like, I see a lot of people doing like spring cleaning when they transition through the weather, like the seasons. And I myself, I do it a lot. So I feel like that's very, very much the case for cleaning and detailing. They tend to purchase more during those months, like either transitioning from like winter to spring or from fall to winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the peak times of the year, or when like people like to gift things like for holidays and things. That is a thing too, because some businesses, they purchase in bulk during the holiday season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's interesting.
yes, holiday seasons, like the sales just completely go off the charts. Like it's even predictive sometimes. Sometimes it's beyond prediction. Sometimes it's like it disappoints us. So it's pretty much like very, like it's just the graph goes like out of like what we can predict. But then most of the time it ends up being like really good during holiday seasons.
Yeah. How important is sustainability in these categories? I read up about the blue label technology, and it's very interesting what you guys are doing at Eurow O'Reilly.
Right. So we try to keep it as sustainable as possible. Like again, it's really hard with something like polyester. So or something that's related to plastic. So with microfiber, what we try to do is we try to insist on reusability, because something like microfiber, it on towels, on other products like gloves, mitts, whatever we like advertise, we try to tell them like, hey, this can go through like hundreds of washes. It's not like use and throw. We do have like products that we say like you can use and throw. Even our use and throw products are reusable. So if you're using it in like sensitive areas, yes, I understand you don't want to reuse it. Or if it has like chemicals launched in it, yes, you don't want to reuse it. Like cleaning chemicals, or like polishing or whatever. Like you don't want to you reuse it for a reason. Don't. But
Yeah.
if at all you can, I always say like keep reusing it, so that adds to the sustainability of the product. And like for general use, when it comes to like home, definitely it's not like a sensitive area. It's not a hospital. It's not a restaurant. So you can like wash, and like the good thing about microfiber is you can put it in the washer, it comes out like as good as new. And just that you have to like go through a little bit more care in washing it, so you don't like wash it with regular clothes, because there's a lot of static involved, and the microfiber tend to like catch on to all the dirt, the lint, and all that, and become unusable. So it's about caring for your microfiber, which in turn cares for the actual product, and you're giving back to the environment with reusability. Not about like using and throwing it. Yes, definitely, it's a harmful thing for the environment. But if you keep it, and it will definitely end up like reducing the use of chemicals, because microfiber cleaning doesn't really require a lot of chemicals. You can just clean with water, and it gives you really great results. So we have a product. It's called microfiber like makeup removal cloths. It's like small, like little pads that we have, and they're amazing for like getting off makeup without any chemicals. No like facial cleaners, no tone of water, nothing required. You can just use plain water and everything comes off, even the toughest makeup. Like you don't have to like tug, and you're not like using something like single time use cotton pads. So in a way, it provides a lot more sustainability than something like cotton pads, because you're reusing the product for like hundreds and hundreds of uses. So I think with microfiber, reusability is what we try to push. And again, we are in the research for something more sustainable. And I hope in the near future we have something breakthrough with that.
Very interesting, Elizabeth. You mentioned something about reviews, especially on Amazon earlier in the chat. How critical are customer reviews and user-generated content for driving sales in your Eurow O'Reilly's categories?
Right. So we like try to give the customer as much of proof of how good our product is. So Amazon reviews is the direct implication of that, because it's not something that we like push customers to do. It's from like trust. So for example, someone who purchases a product on Amazon, I think there's more of a flexibility for users to come online and critique the product, because it's like something that people have really gotten used to, like leaving reviews, and people get a lot of info out of reviews, so they tend to leave reviews once they use a product. So and it's a very review based platform. So if you don't have enough reviews on Amazon, it means that no one's going to buy the product. And it's really hard for new products to break into that bubble for that reason, because if we're launching a new product and we don't and Amazon, they're very specific about reviews. They don't like no one can really like skew reviews on there. It's very much a legit platform with reviews. So if we have good reviews on the platform, it means it's a trustable product. So we try to like highlight our reviews, and we try to, if we have video reviews, that's like we try to like push it on our Amazon social as well, so that people can find it on the Amazon feed and go buy the product. And we try to cross link it with our social media. Like when we have good reviews in Amazon, we try to push it on our socials, so that they can like again cross link to the product, and like push towards like a customer conversion from the socials too. So we try to track that through our analytics, like see like how the customer actually moves from the socials to Amazon. And Amazon actually prioritizes like highly rated SKUs. So as we move forward and we have like better reviews, the product itself gets like self-promoted, which is really good. So it's something that we really count on, and we encourage our like people on our social who come across our products to leave reviews on our Amazon when they use our products, because that's kind of like again free marketing. So yes, it's not paid. It's something that comes from alleged user, which is huge for, again, customer retention and finding new customers. Yes.
So true. We've almost come to the end of the episode, and I will ask you this last question. How do you think brands' digital marketing strategies are evolving for the future when it comes to cleaning supplies category?
Right. We're trying to do a lot of retargeting already, and I know this is like the time of the predictive and the personalized approach to marketing, because consumer behavior is so tracked these days. And like the minute that you search something, I mean, I should say the second that you search something, like you get like a ton more of something that you would like to buy, something that would work better for you. So the world's just giving you like a lot more options. Sometimes it can get like borderline spammy for sure, and but I think customers are really reacting well to something that appeals to their emotional caution. Like someone comes to our website and wants to purchase a towel for auto detailing for a specific purpose, like maybe like wipe offs or maybe polishing a specific towel. Like a Korea towel, which is very like it's not something that you generally purchase for cleaning. It's something that you would purchase for auto detailing specifically. And you're there researching on that, you're looking through it, and then you suddenly see something like a wash mitt again in the same category that you can use. So it's about like targeting that consumer behavior and appealing to that emotional quotient. Like, okay, I am a detailer. What am I looking for? That is a perspective the marketer should be also looking for in a customer, like how that person or that customer travels from the that level of awareness to actually moving towards a conversion. So we try to appeal to that, and we try to keep it as predictive as possible. And for the future, for sure, we are trying to push more on the social commerce side of things, because again,
That's what things are.
escaping social media anymore. It's kind of like even for businesses that's been around for a long time and have not really been doing social media, they need to have that digital currency in today's world. It's so hard to not survive if you don't have it. So I mean, it's so hard to survive not having it. So it's been what has been winning in this world. So we need to keep that on the top of the list. We're trying to do a lot on the social side of things too. And again, the buzzword for a couple of years now has been AI for sure. So, so we're trying to do that with Euro too. With a brand that has so many SKUs and a wide catalog, we try to keep it with smart bundling and upselling with AI. So that's something we are trying to do. And something very interesting is customers are going from physically searching to like voice assistance and all that. So it's becoming more of like a voice plus visual search more than like a physical touch and search. So again, with admin of platforms like Google Lens or Amazon Alexa, it's more like you just, hey Alexa, what's this? So like you're trying to like get it like just like that. So with something like that, we try to improve on our SEO so that we are trackable on the different channels that we're present. So we're trying to create that product optimized presence everywhere, like so that we're leaving that visual metadata around for anyone that comes across our kind of products. Like it's easily pickable, it's easily trackable and seeable. So like we're trying to create that kind of a presence these days, and increase our presence with very specific offerings. For example, being a B2B like mainly B2B company, we have a whole wide market which is solely wholesale. So we are trying to create a bigger like offering on our website where customers can come in and have like dynamic pricing or like customer specific pricing and customer specific SKUs and integrations. So that's exactly what we are working on right now, like a new like umbrella website with micro sites for our different like brands. And we have 5 to 6 brands operating under Euro, and which is very specific to the target demographic that it caters to. So we're trying to create that kind of like micro channels under a bigger Euro channel, and the offerings would be different in each. And you'll have like the flexibility of having wholesale pricing, having like retail pricing. So it's going to be very versatile and dynamic for that reason. So that's where we're headed with everything that we have with digital marketing this day. It's kind of like important to stay on like top of the trends and pick, like if one is like hoping on a trend and sees that it works, we try to like stick with it. So that's the phase we are in right now.
Awesome. Such a fun chat, Elizabeth.
I know it's very much like, technical in B2B, and it's
Yeah.
very different from D2C, but it's very interesting too at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us and taking out the time for this. Really appreciate it.
Right. I had so much fun doing this too.
We've come to the end of the episode. If you loved what you just listened to, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back next Monday with a really awesome guest. Stay tuned until then.